Okay, this video is intended to give you a sense of what your experience will be like if you take ME512 as a distance learning student instead of taking it in the traditional classroom setting. Essentially, the presentation is going to be exactly the same, so the intent is for me to record my lectures just like I do, like I already do for certain parts of ME512. So now I'll be doing it for the entirety of ME512. So as I'm working, presenting material, I'll be using a tablet. Everything I do in terms of PowerPoint, in terms of talking, will get recorded just like this is getting recorded. Any whiteboard work that I do, instead of writing on the whiteboard, I'll write on the tablet. So you'll see notes, explanations, markups on the PowerPoints, everything that I would do normally on the whiteboard. I will now do on the tablet, and that'll all be recorded just like this is being recorded. Once it's recorded, it'll get pushed up to our Blackboard site. So Blackboard is where I'll put all the materials for the course. So course slides, handouts, assignments, assignment solutions, everything will come to this one place. So I'm going to show you this ME51253. This is not the section that distance learning students would use. They would actually use the -50 section. But I've used this one as kind of a scratch pad to show you what it might look like. So if I go there, you'll see all the traditional stuff, syllabus, faculty information, and so on. And where you'll find the videos is under Integrity Classes. Click there. And right now I have a pop-up blocker preventing it from opening. So you can either set that so it'll automatically open or not. And it takes just probably about 15 to 20 seconds to contact the Integrity server and establish its connection. And you'll see right now there's 2 classes that I've recorded. These aren't real classes. I was just kind of playing around last night with Integrity. So I'll show you this very first one, test class number 1. Kind of starts with where lecture 1 will start tonight. And it's not really a formal lecture because I just was talking to myself a little bit, but you'll see kind of what it looks like. We go ahead and open that. And you'll note when I'm recording now, and then also all this stuff that you'll see here, I set my desktop to 1024 by 768. That's primarily for file size, but also because the older projectors just can't run at really high resolutions like 1600 by 1200. So the size of the video you're watching right now is the same size that my presentation will have been recorded in. And you'll see when you look at an old presentation, it breaks it up into chapters. So you'll see this video is total length of around 7 minutes and is broken into 9 pieces. So essentially, Blackboard is watching my presentation, is looking for changes, it's looking for when things occur, like I switch to another slide, and it breaks it up into sections accordingly. You can either start at the beginning or you can start anywhere. So in this example, I'll start kind of like right here, push play. You'll see it'll buffer, so it's going to say somewhere down here buffering. One project I worked on out of my PhD was the high-speed civil train. Let me pause it. So right now this is a recording of the lecture that I gave last night, just kind of messing around. And you'll hear it's got audio. That audio is from me talking, right, and being recorded by the microphone. This little picture is it could be a picture, it could be a video of me from the tablet camera, but there's really no point in seeing me. So I just put a picture here. Here's a little notes window. Once you play around with this, you'll be able to see you can write notes and follow along in the lecture in that way. I don't have a whole lot of experience with that. And then over here is the lecture. If you want it to be bigger, you can push this button. This will make it bigger. If you want to see your chapters again, you can push this button. It'll show you the chapters again. Let's go ahead and play it. And you're going to hear audio that's not as good as what you're hearing now, me talking, because it's going to be my speakers playing and being picked up by the microphone, so it may not be very loud. But just so you can get a sense of what it will look like. So I'm going to push play. Transport is going to be a supersonic aircraft. And this shows a pretty coarse model of one concept of the airplane. So you can see very, very coarse. This is the wing. This is also part of the wing called the strake. This would be the fuselage. But you'll see it's just very, very crude. Very few elements. And the idea idea of this sort of model is just to get a rough estimate. What are the loads? Where are they going? And then above all, have a model that runs very, very quickly. This model represents a more detailed version of one bay. So for example, this, let's say this bay section of the wing, this main box section right here, you can see the spar,
Okay.
the part in red.
I'm going to turn down the sound so I can kind of talk over it now.
And, or
you'll
ribs,
see,
rather. And you'll see here
notice that you can see the mouse. So everything I'm doing with the mouse in real-time lecture, you'll see. Everything I'm highlighting, you'll see. I won't be using any laser pointers or anything now because I'll just be sitting at the main podium working entirely from the tablet. So the laser pointer now will be the mouse. Any writing will be the mouse. And so with this setup, I'll escape now so I can make it small again. Again, you can pause, you can skip ahead chapters, and so on. Just a couple other tools that are here. You can click this button and you can download the lecture, so you do not have to be watching this lecture real time, streaming over the internet. You can download it, it'll go onto your system. It installs some kind of digital write software so it knows you're allowed to play it, and then you can watch it on your own time. A lot of people will port this to things like iPads and phones, but these lectures are going to be so big, like 1024 by 768 screen size, that's probably not so feasible. But yeah, who knows? Trying to think what else there is to say. So just to kind of wrap up, the bottom line is the video that I will post will be basically the same lecture you would see in the classroom setting. If you imagine being in the classroom and focusing only on the projector screen, not looking at me, it would be the same, right? So of course, in the classroom setting, there are some benefits. One, being able to ask questions. Two, just being in a room full of other people. So there are maybe some benefits. One of the things I will say about questions is, if there are questions in class, I'll repeat them so we can hear it on the audio. And also, if there are questions that you have in real time, I'll arrange for a quick way for us to exchange information. It can be by Skype, so we could do a Skype video chat. It could be by instant messaging. It could be by email. So whatever works best in terms of communication. Alright, with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. And I hope this helps clarify things, and also I hope it convinces you to maybe think about trying to do the distance learning class. I do think it's going to work out very well. Thanks.